What's up, guys? White Petitros, aka Young Johnny Bravo, aka Coach of Sin City Scizors in the APA, the new, well, new, but I'm new to this battle league because I know you guys love competitive content. I didn't get in the WBE because I'm a stupid sneaky boy, but so I am joined in a competitive league. It's got a lot of great battlers like Joey, MV. I also want to say Under the Radar. Just a lot of good peeps. So hopefully we can get some W's, and I'm gonna go over my draft analysis, kind of break down what I was thinking, kind of break down like where I was in the position and whatnot, and we'll start with that. So if you guys are excited, show your support, smash the like button, support is greatly appreciated, and there's also merch linked in the description down below if you want to support your boy in the league. Appreciate it. But let's just jump into it. All right, from the get-go, I'm just gonna say this has gone on record. This entire draft, I did not get sniped once. Like, after I got my first 2 picks, I was like, me and my buddy who was helping me draft, and he also helps me team build, we were like, this is the route, let's hope it works. And we didn't get sniped once. So this is like, I wouldn't say dream team, but like best out of point situation, best out of like any picks that I was trying to get at the time. So anyways, with the first pick of my round, I went with Gothitelle, aka Gothiana, tag down, because shadow tag is busted in singles, of course. And now, since pursuit's not a thing, I'm not afraid of anything really, unless it's like a stab super effective move. I was like, because I'm super thick as it is, 110 speed def, 95 defense, and then I can hit decently hard with 95 special attack. I can also set up with Calm Mind. I believe it got Nasty Plot now, which it does. I got priority with Fake Out. We got a good move pool, with like T-Wave, Substitute, Encore, Trick. Like, there's just so many good things that you could do. And I just felt like, since that Pursuit's gone, and there's a lot of like major threats are gone, I think Gothitelle really does really well in this meta. So that's why I kind of went with it round 1. So then round 2, because after round 6, I don't remember the order after that because it was just kind of like fast paced. Round 2 we picked up Hydreigon because obviously it's Hydreigon. I mean, what do I have to say about Hydreigon besides it just hits really hard? It's almost just fast enough, almost, and it can be mixed. It's got great double stab, great move pool, hyper offensive, scarf it, you can life orb it, you can run it mixed. It's super good. And I just felt like it was like such an absolute steal. One of the best dragon types in the game now because of the meta, how it is, because it's actually an OU, even with the 4x fairy weakness. Which, speaking of fairies, we then go to Togekiss, because Togekiss is also super thick. You can roost, you can defog, you also roost with Hydreigon as well. We got Hustle if you want to pull some crazy shit. We also got Serene Grace for those hacks. It's just, I mean, we could baton pass. We got a great move pool. Get heal bell, be a cleric, set up screens. Like, this thing could set up, do massive damage, or just be super tanky. And it's just such a, like, my dragon fairy steel core is about to be completed already. And I also have, just like super offensive and also defensive mons. So then the next point after that, with round 4, thought it'd be pick up our G-Max mon. We picked Copperaja, or Copperasia, or whatever, just because it's super good. It has its own signature move that it even sets like stealth rocks, but like steel type stealth rocks. So it's really good hazards because some mods we taking some free damage after that move. Just chip damage is free. Obviously I can set up. It's super tanky. I can use it offensively because it has a great attack stat. But it's just, I think it's just a really good G-Max to have, because obviously when you Dynamax or Gigantamax, you double your HP, which makes you super thick because he's already a thick base stat as is. And I just think that really fills out our nice Dragon Steel Fairy Core, because he's weak to ground, they're both immune to it, weak to fighting on both of them, but Togekiss quad resists it, so it's just really good. And so at this point in the draft, I felt pretty good with my walls, and I was thinking about just trying to get more like heavy hitters or like different role playing mons. So we went with Roserade because Roserade can be hyper offensive, but it could also lay down like toxic spikes. You can lay down spikes. You could do like leech seed. You could do, you can run other sets or toxic, so you can like force them to pivot and always be in these situations. And obviously you can run specs or scarfed, and it just hits really hard. Obviously it doesn't have the boosted technician hidden power anymore, which is unfortunate, but technician still isn't bad on specific moves depending on what they are. But yeah, on that one, because yeah, that's it. Right. Okay. Yeah, Roserade I just think is really good. It's just like a nice tech kind of mon, and I think it fits because I also have I have a second fairy killer for my Hydreigon. So after that we went to Inteleon, which I'll have names for everyone when we get there. I just had Gothyon already off the top, off rip. I just kind of knew. So Inteleon, super fast, super strong. It's gonna be the special sweep break specs it. You can, you can run a mix if you want to. It gets pivot like U-turn. You can run Scald. You can run priority with Aqua Jet. You can run whatever else it gets. Like it's just a really fast mod, and it's really good offensively. It also has switch, pivot potential, which is really good, and I think it keeps my speed tiers like intact because at 120 I outspeed a lot of things, so I could always use this to be my speed gauge. I could always scarf it as well to outspeed other scarves possibly, like how I did with Crobat and stuff before in the past. I just think it's really good mon, and I just think it kind of does this job well with everything it needs. Like it'll mostly be special, but if I do want to run it for like physical shenanigans with Swords Dance and stuff, I can. But that's like the first half of the draft. Pretty strong, honestly. The second half, I think it just got more parts that really filled out the roles. Like we got Scent to Scorch after that, because Scent to Scorch, even with heavy duty boots, is pretty good. It's decently tanky on the Spadef side. It's good dual offensive typing. It has Flash Fire. It's got White Smoke. Even has Flame Body, which is really good. If anyone gets burned on Rip. I got Coil. We got hyper offensive with like Leech Life, Lunge, Knockoff, Flare Blitz, Willow. X's are like all stab really good moves, and Coil to set up, and we can knock off items before, like I said, and it's just like, I don't know, like for like what the points were worth, I think Scent to Scorch is just like a really good mon to have offensively because we have a decent amount of walls now with Gothitelle, Togekiss and Copperjaw. I just think even like with hazard issues, even though we have mods that can defog it, no problem. It's like, heavy duty boots is fine. It's not a big deal. I apologize and whatnot. I just, I think we just need those two hyper stabs because also that completed our grass, water, fire core, and also on top of it we have electric type, which gives us a water immunity, which is nice for Scent to Scorch, and a mod later because it has a ×4 weakness to water. Obviously Heliolisk, it's kind of like a one-trick pony. I can use like Throat Spray, Hyper Voice. I've got Thunderbolt, U-turn, Volt Switch, so I don't get walled up by ground types. It's really good. It has priority. You can set up with it a little bit. Does it get Nasty Plot or no? I know it gets agility, but I don't know if it gets. I guess its setup would have to be the voice thing or whatever. Where is it? It's somewhere. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. So it's just another really good mon. Super fast, pretty offensive. It's just kind of like an electric type Inteleon, and it also has pivot, which is really good because you want to get pivot for momentum. Yeah, you can scarf it, specs it if you want big damage because the meta is kind of slow, so it'd be nice. Just for like that big damage, just hit like a 1-2 out, just keep it moving. And for like our physical hitters, we got Girder here because obviously Guts and Eviolite is super good because it has decent stats, and the Eviolite boosts both of them, which is great. Obviously it makes you a little afraid of knockoff, but then you can invest in attack and You know, you get priority like Mach Punch. I think it gets Mach Punch, unless it's only a Con Killer. Oh, it does get Mach Punch. So it gets Mach Punch. You got Bulk Up. You got Close Combat, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, Knockoff, Poison Jab. You know, like you got moves. Like we're chilling. You got the Elemental Punches, Toxic. Obviously, it has Guts. So if I want to, you know, if I think someone's gonna run Toxic or run, like Will-O-Wisp or something like that, I got a free switch in for free. Even T-Wave, like, cause speed, I don't really care. So if I get, unless I get fully paralyzed, of course, but like reducing my speed and possibly getting paralyzed to up my attack by 50%, like that's pretty free, honestly. And it's just a good fighting type, because fighting types are obviously really good in meta. And like I said, it just hits really hard, and it could be super tanky with the Violite. And just the same thing as Rhydon. Rhydon can also hit really hard. You can run Banded Rhydon if you want to. You can run, you know, you can run Eviolite Rhydon as well. You know, there's just, like you can, go Reckless, and you could, you know, use different moves. Has a great move pool with like Ice Punch, and it has like high horsepower. It's got Earthquake, Hammer Arm. I think it's Fire Punch as well. Even gets Aqua Tail, which is cool. Yeah, it's got a good move pool, and obviously you can set up rocks, which is important. You can haze out with Roar. So if we have something that, you know, if I could just hit and take hits, like it's cool. I can also do Lightning Rod, makes electric immunity already, but you know, for Inteleon, for Inteleon, and also and also Togekiss. Which is nice. And I mean, it's just Rhydon. Like, it's not like the most amazing mon. It's not like too much to gas up. It just has like, it can haze, it can set up. It's super thick on the physical side if it's not like ×4, and or you can even band it to make it hit really hard if you think it's gonna be defensive. It's just a really nice mon. You can even use Bulldoze to slow down the speed. And then we have Dusknoir, which for our last mon, which this was more for just like, I get the ghost type, so I kind of have the Ghost Dark Psychic going on. And then also, you know, I could haze things. It's super tanky. I use priority because, you know, you get like Shadow Sneak against Destiny Bomb, which is really good. I can Sucker Punch. It's really good for like Willow, Trick Room, Toxic. Taunt. It could be like just like it's like a pivotal, like not cleric, but I guess it's a cleric in a way. But yeah, you know, you can just use it to fuck other teams up in their situations, because it can take most hits unless it's like super effective stab or like banded damage. But also, you know, it can, you know, just cause a lot of situations where you can start gaining momentum back, because they don't want their teams to take, like, you know, if I get Toxic everything or burn everything, that'd be like super good, because they're automatically on a timer at that point. So I think that, you know, I think I kind of went down everything pretty well. I mean, I'm excited. I didn't want to take too long explaining like what I drafted and why I drafted it. I'm not like have a 45-minute video, but I just thought if you guys have any nickname recommendations, put them in the comment section below. That'd be cool. You know, I don't mind taking some recommendations as long as you know the name's good. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it. I'm excited to get some dubs. Hopefully we do, because I mean I've done pretty, minus like 2 seasons I've ever done in my battling career, I've always made playoffs. So like, I think I'm a solid battler, and I think I could take this team decently far. I think it's got a lot of the right pieces and like a lot of hard checks, you know. So I don't know. If you're excited to show your support, smash the like button. I know you guys have been asking for competitive battling, but here we are. You got it. And you know, if you're excited, like I said, merch is linked in the description down below to support the boy. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. You guys know it's Patty Shrills. I'm out. Yoga.